Hello everyone, and welcome to Play with Time with Dolphy, and welcome back to this week's Strange Antiquities upload. Again, I have been playing this series, this game, since October. If you're tuning in for the first time, I suggest you check out the rest of my videos on Strange Antiquities from October. I'm really trying to beat this game. I think it's gonna take me a good chunk of November to beat it. It's a little longer than I thought it was going to be, but I feel like I'm making a lot of progress, and I feel like a big reason why this Let's Play is taking me a while is largely because I'm trying to do a completionist playthrough and unlock all of the secrets and all of the antiquities as we go along. I've noticed that some people claim not to fear death. They say that dying scares them, but not death itself. Not me. Not the great Thomas Pope. Give me pain, give me fear. If I can feel them, then I know I'm alive. Going back to the nothingness, that's what I feel. I'm going to do my best to live forever, starting today with a loam. A loam. Okay. Oh, no, that's my symbology book. Okay. Loam. Loam. What else? Sometimes called a hand of Jupiter or a fire palm, a loam is an item with enticing power. They can reverse the signs of aging, but anyone who has played that game knows before that it can only last so long before time catches up, and when it does, it often hits harder. It may not be the smartest idea for him to toy with this item, but hey, if that's what he wants to do. Okay, a loam. Okay, so we want an item that symbolizes fire? Okay. 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 I am stumped already. Okay, let's look at it again. Fire palm. Hand of Jupiter. Okay, so it's a hand. Iron. Huge black gemstone streaked with red. Alright. Okay, a bloodstone. Dark purposes. I don't think that's it. I think that's something else. Okay. I don't know where to start. Okay, so if it's not a... Okay, I don't have anything that resembles a stone. Like that, obviously. But what if it's something that looks like a hand? Well, this is turquoise and bronze. So let's see what turquoise and bronze. Well, that's a water stone, that's out. Do I have anything else that has a hand? That's made of stone, gold, and wood. And the metals. Well, that's the sun. Tin is Jupiter. Do I have anything made of tin? This is a hand. This is tin. It's a hand. And it has a triangle, and if I remember correctly, the triangle is the symbol for fire. There we go. This is probably it. The loam. This item features a hand in its design. It's made of tin, the planetary metal associated with Jupiter. It also features a triangle, the symbol for fire. We've discovered the Cassandra entry. I went with Mr. Potter up Wethelem yesterday. We found the tall stone easy enough and set about our work. Mr. Potter, he told me to stand well back when we were ready, just in case. I thought it had worked at first. The stone opened, just like a door, just like Mr. Potter said it would, and he went inside. But then it slammed shut, and there was a noise like thunder. I ran up, but there was no sign of Mr. Potter, and the tall stone was the stone again, and there wasn't even a crack to show where the door might be. The writing on it was gone, too. I don't know what that means. Now, Mr. Potter was a fair man, and he paid me fair for the work. But what I really wanted was a thing that he wouldn't give me. A Pathfinder's tool. And he added in on my course, not that I'd have robbed him if he'd have left it behind, but then again, he wouldn't need it if he was dead, would he? Anyway, I don't know its name, but I reckon you'll know it. It had unnatural properties, like it was floating on air. Said he could use it to find his way, even in the fog. Okay, something that floats. Floating. I don't have anything that discusses floating. Broken cow? No, that's not it. Path, maybe? I am really stumped on this one. I guess we'll look at each thing that was not discovered. Casino. Okay, the eyes of a casino focus the power of the mind, enabling those skilled enough to see the path or paths ahead. These items do not produce a magnetic field. I wonder if that's it. But they said something was floating. That doesn't float. It doesn't float either. I don't think it'll be a saddle ankle. It's not it. Ooh, my apologies. That was someone shutting their door very, very, very loudly outside. That doesn't float either. This one's taking me a while. I might actually need to consult a walkthrough for this. I am stumped. So there means something literally floating on air, the Valent. So let me actually look at that up and see what that pertains to and how it pertains. Yep, that would be it. Literally, the item itself was floating. Okay, so we gave him a violent. Next customer. There's been an unexpected death in the family. It has hit all of us quite hard, but particularly my husband. I would like to gift him a heart chamber. Let me look that up then. There's a vast skull on the catacombs said to be that of the beast, Blancatha. Hogo's followers believe that when he slew it, he trapped its soul, along with its power in an item known as the Wraith Chamber. Heart chambers are based on this mythical object, but they have morphed over time into a way they keep those dear to us close to heart after death. It doesn't tell me what it looks like. Doesn't tell me what this item looks like. It doesn't. Okay, what kind of necklaces does he have on him? Don't have anything that looks like any of them. A tooth, like a circle, and a coffin. Oh, wait. Okay. I think it says. This item appears on the sketch of Hogo, and it bears a sigil that resembles a holding grim mask. I thought it looked like the mask, too, actually. The Bregic Charm is what we just have on the entry for. Did you ever work out what that Bishop Square thingy was? I suddenly remembered this note that I found some time ago, and it occurred to me that it might be related. I almost threw it away, but it intrigued me, so I held on to it. I haven't a clue what it means, okay? I wonder if this is tied in. Blessings in spring, rising in autumn. Alright, I need symbols. For spring and autumn. Okay, so the leaf is spring, and the little acorn thing is autumn. Blessings in spring, rising in autumn, okay. This doesn't have any... Oh, wait. Was in winter, rising in summer. Okay. Blessings in spring, rising in autumn. Rising. So, it would have to be one that captures both those areas. Okay, nothing else really captures both. So it would have to be here. No, it wasn't. I made a mistake. Alright, let's try this again. Blessings in spring, rising in autumn. So this is the symbol for blessings. Don't have anything there. We do. Blessings in spring. What? That was it though. Okay. Oh, once we go heal. The symbols on the map lead me up the winding stair of the North Tower. The pendant has been carefully hidden. But knowing where to look means that it does not take me long, and I am soon on my way back to the shop with a new trinket to add to our growing collection. Alright, is this a pendant? It is. Something isn't right at the museum. I'm worried it's all my fault. I'd hoped my brother would be back by now. I've had an idea, though. I'm no thaumaturge, but I think I can weaken it using a witherance. Oh dear me, this had better work. Let's look at the new item. Wood. It's made of oak, bronze. It has a symbol on it. And the symbol is like 2 C's, basically. Let's see if we can track down that symbol. I really have to respect the devs for making this game because they did a ton of research on symbology for this. Kind of looks like the sign for paralysis, but it's sideways. So, maybe we'll leave it at that. No! That is the sign for paralysis. Okay, he wants a witherance. A witherance is the inverse of a fortnance and is sometimes put to more malicious use. These can be crafted from stone, like the fortnance, but wood is more commonly used. Well, this is for paralysis. Okay, so we need wood. No, don't zoom in. Wood, wood, wood. Witherance. I feel like this, oh no, maybe it's this. Moon and then this symbol. What are these symbols? Wood sign. That's not it. What about this? Drain of energy as I handle this object. Okay, what symbol is this? This might be our item. It is like a triangle, an upside down triangle with a line through it. It's not phosphorus, it's not cold. Weakness. This might be the witherance. A fortnance is used for strength, the inverse is which is weakness, and this item bears a symbol of weakness. It's made of wood. We've discovered the volume entry. My mind is severed. Need methyl. Methyl. Okay. Search for methyl then. We need to get to M. Methyl. Which one? Okay, the solemn methyl then. Of the 3 types of methyl, the solemn variety is considered the most powerful. It permits the drinker to forge pathways in the mind to recall that which has been forgotten, or to repair that which has been broken. It will produce a noticeably stronger thermic field than the other 2 types. Okay, well, that's the restful methyl.
Let's try the old thermic field on this. Okay, that's definite thermic field. What's the difference between that thermic field and this one? Okay, I don't think it's this one. Using the index, I can remind myself what the methyl looks like. It produces a stronger thermic field than the other methyls in my collection. Well, if I got all three of those at once. The Wixic cord we've discovered the entry for. I've discovered something via the thermic needle. The woman who tried to swim across the lake was compelled to do so by some invisible force. She was looking for something, and whatever it is, it's right here in Underreal. That's not all. I decided to experiment with the amber. When I was under its spell, I heard whispers. Something was calling to me and left me feeling terribly afraid. This must be what's keeping my patients in their trance-like state. I've never used a Gaudian siren before, but it occurred to me that I might be able to use it to drown out the whispers. Gaudian siren. Well, we want to go to G then. Although these are similar in form to thermic needles, Gaudian sirens serve a very different purpose. They create a strong compulsion, like a siren's call, that can be used to divert attention. Someone informed the thought, so I have to look up the thermic needle first. Thermic needle. Which one was the thermic needle? I think she still has it, so... Alien siren. I feel like it's this one. Cyanide appears in the sketch of the cabinet. It's an obelisk shape like the thermic needle, and closer inspection reveals its attention-demanding powers. The Carx candle we've discovered. We've ended the day! Let's go ahead and start the next day. The curator learned that the Nalian casket is a dark article, a class observed for the most cursed and the most dangerous of objects. Result. He locked it away deep within the museum's archives, along with other artifacts that are best kept from public eyes. Okay. No. I'm having a hard time, like, maneuvering. This looks like an axe or a hatchet. I am under the barn where the axe meets the tree. I really need to solve this puzzle. We're getting somewhere now. We are getting near the end of the game now. We're almost there. I'm under the barn where the axe meets the tree. Okay. What have we got? Is there anywhere here that's a barn? There's farms. Looking at the names of the farms. I'm under the barn where the axe meets the tree. Now the axe meets the tree, that would have to be...
I don't know exactly. Under the farm where my axe meets the tree. There's only 2 farms. I'll just try one at random. The scent of damp hay lingers in the air as crows pick at the muddy ground between weathered stone barns. Farmer lifts his gaze briefly, offering little more than a nod with returning back to his work. I don't think I'll find anything useful here. Let's try out the other farm then. Oyster Farm is as warm and welcoming as old John. He greets me with a grin and a handshake. Always eager to say a story or two about the land, I ask him to let me know if he ever finds anything unusual and leave him to his business. Well, I'm stumped. Back at it again, I guess. I'm onto the barn where the axe meets the tree. Wait. Woodcullers Lane. And it's under a barn. Polished halls sit half submerged in murky water, a quiet temptation on any other day I'd be eager to take a boat out, but I must get back to the South itself. What the heck? Where is this place then? I feel like I'm onto something. Here we go. To the side of the house sits a dilapidated barn. The stench of manure was overpowering. P.U. There's no sign of an owner, so I search carefully and I saw exactly what I'm looking for. Suddenly, I spy a flask of blue bottle. This is it. Oh, well that's an interesting item. Let's investigate it. It gives off a scent like that of a brewing storm. It's cool and smooth, and it's made out of porcelain. Well, that's an interesting item. I guess I can put it with canisters and flask up here. So let's see what customer we have in store for us next. Simon Green, good morning. Yes, and to you too, Jupiter. I'm getting more concerned about my mother. Hearing about the poor lady who drowned frightened me. But still torn up. She always does. Sorry, guys, that's my phone. I've had another breakthrough. This time, I'm certain it's a clue that leads to another hidden part of Strange Antiquities. Another hidden part. From the individual. A stone for dark purposes. From the celestial. A stone of the earth. From the diurnal. A stone of death. Stone for dark purposes. Okay. Could it be a pit? No. Stone for dark purposes. Well, this is on courses. This is on gemstones and the atomic properties. Alright, atomic properties. We need individual, celestial, and diurnal. Dark purposes. Bloodstone. Stone for dark purposes. Well, this is the only bloodstone item that I have. So that goes there. A stone of the earth. A green stone. From the celestial. I don't have anything here that says celestial. So we need, okay, from the Celestial, Stone of the Earth. Stone of the Earth. I have a lot of Stones of the Earth. This has all the elements on it. Maybe this is it. No, we want this here. And the next one is no, Stone of Death. Also Night and Darkness. Okay. Something with Vivianite on it. Do we even have anything with that? We do, this. Oh my gosh, I got it right! I didn't even have to look up a walkthrough or anything. I think this was a clock puzzle. Okay. So we got something new, a pendant. With dark green gemstones. Made of bronze and it vibrates with energy, okay. Thank you for the methyl. I have seen into the yawning deep. I have seen beauty beyond the comprehending mind. The price is steep, but I pay it gladly. My saddle ankle broken must replace. Saddle ankle. Shadow ankle is sometimes used in the practice of shadow casting, the art of projecting one's presence outside of the body. Without an ankle, minds have been known to become lost. Shadow ankle designs can vary greatly. Some prefer pendants, while others prefer a clutch a totem in their hand. Some make use of symbology, while others use gemstones. They will always produce a field from the individual branch, however. Well, how am I supposed to know which one is the individual branch? I mean, does this tell me? No. I don't really have a book on thermic fields, sadly. So, because of that, I don't really know what to put. Shadow ankle. Okay, we're looking for something with kyanite, which is known as an ankle between body and mind. You can also look at symbols. Or not. Okay. Kyanite. Ankle between body and mind. It's not that. Turquoise gemstone. It's not described as turquoise, it's just described as blue. Wait, this has a blue gemstone in it. Warm and cool. We got it! The Kionite gemstone points to the fact that this item anchors the mind and produces a mantic field. Okay, well, I don't have a book on the thermic fields. Nephrogort is what we've discovered the page on. You have shown yourself to be a useful ally in these wars sometimes. Keep one eye on the lake in the coming days. When blackened eyes seek the casket and waddles toward midnight, perform the sacrament and have faith in Holborn. Okay, it's kind of creepy. I'm not gonna lie. The sacrament is a baptism ceremony in which one's life is pledged to the warrior god Holborn. It is performed by a blood priest within a stone circle. In spring, a charm of green growth. In summer, a pendant of the yellow sun. In autumn, an instrument of the red night. In winter, a totem of blue fire. I honestly don't know what we're supposed to do with this. I'll hold on to it for now. I'm afraid this letter was sorted incorrectly and has ended up doing a round trip to Kendall and back. Better late than never. I've spent a long time looking for an object that is believed to have been lost somewhere in the catacombs. The adventurer and thaumaturge Marwyn left a trail to her hidden staffs, and so the story goes. I followed it as far as the ossuary of the damned, a chilling bone-filled alcove carved into a natural chamber on the upper levels, but it seems her markings have been worn away by time after that. I pass on the story to you in the hope that you can succeed, where I failed. Your friend, Barton. Oh, let's go exploring then. This must be the ossuary of the damned. I'm able to follow Marwyn's trail for a while, but the carved markings are faded but worn by centuries of weathering. By the time I reach the ossuary, I can no longer make them out at all. Fortunately, I've always wanted an excuse to use a Carrick's candle. Let's locate what this item is and what it does. Carrick's candle. These items produce an invisible light that peels back the years, allowing a glimpse into the past. The effect is often murky and blurred, but it works passively on stationary objects. They are marked by a depiction of a candle upon their surface. What's it look like? By depiction of a candle upon their surface. Okay, so they have a picture of a candle on their surface. That is so helpful. Oh my gosh. Candle. Candle. It's a picture of a candle. I am stopped. Depiction of a candle. Nothing actually has an image of a candle, so I think it's more cryptic than that. Candles are made of wax, so maybe wax in the symbol for fire. Wax and fire. Let's see what we can find with those depictions. Didn't I mention that I found something that had those symbols on it before? That's not it. No, that we've already discovered the name of. Wax and fire. Okay, let's try this. Oh my gosh, we got it right. The symbol for flame is rendered above the symbol for wax, a depiction of a candle. Stalagmites retreat under the light of the candle as I hold it aloft and search the sifting rock walls for any signs of Morin's trail. Suddenly I see it, an M etched into the rock, as clear as if it had been carved yesterday. I follow the trail in an excited hurry, tripping and stumbling as the candle distorts the height of the floor, until I come to its end at a small boulder. Rolling the rock to one side, I reach behind it and reclaim Morin's lost treasure. So this is what we got. It seems to be a necklace of some sort, pendant. It's made of tin. It feels somewhat cool. And it gives me goosebumps when I look at it or touch it. Okay. So we finished that. Next customer of the day. Rona Green. Oh, her eyes are black. The time has come to decide, Thaumaturge. The casket wants to be opened. The casket will be opened. Nothing can stop it now, and yet there is still a part of this mind that will not be quieted. Help me to calm this clamoring rage inside my head. This is your chance to elevate yourself above the scoring ants that absently crawl through their meaningless lives. Zephyrim or abrasive methyl. Let's check out the abrasive methyl first. This type of methyl is used to purge unwanted memories. As with any procedure that can alter the mind, is to be used sparingly and considerately. Methyls are typically designed in communal ceremonies, designed to be easily passed from person to person. So that's the other cup. And a Zephyrim. These resonant objects give off a faint odor that will be familiar to any thaumaturge. It's the scent of the storm, of ozone and power, the scent of magic. When these vapors are inhaled deeply, they can unlock deep wells of anger and channel them into a powerful maelstrom. This is the power of the west wind. I think probably the methyl, which is the last unidentified one I have. Using the index, I can remind myself of the metal. Looks like this methyl does not fit the description of the solemn or western variety, so it must be abrasive. And the Chris is what we've discovered for our book. Ah, let's end the day. We are so close to the end of this game. But the problem with storing powerful dark artifacts is that slowly, inevitably, the darkness seeps out. What the heck is that? Oh, a ball of yarn. That's so cute. I feel like this is a place on the map. Could it be a place on the map? It's too jagged to be anything in there. Possibly here, though. So, this might fit down here. Yep, figured it out. Inhaling deeply from the spirit vault to stave off the madness of the depths, I make my way carefully down crumbling passageways past decaying crypts. Placed carelessly on top of the tomb is a collection of clay pots. Some lie in pieces, but most are whole. At first the collection seems unremarkable, but one in particular stands out, and I take it back up to the surface to take a closer look. I suppose we'll keep this with our growing collection of containers. Container-like artifacts. Nothing to remark. It's cool and smooth and has engraved detailing. It's made of clay, and I'm curious what symbol that is. Earth. It has a symbol for Earth all over it. Someone very dear to me has fallen ill. I would like a nephrocrant. Do not be concerned, dear. I have used one before and know what I am doing. Okay. Nephrocrant. These were once worn by the necromancers of the Five Knolls, who used them in the rituals of resurrection. Their power became bound to them such that if they were to remove them, even after death, the nephrocant would crumble to dust. Today their power is much diminished, but they can be used to draw out infections. However, they will cause paralysis if held against bare skin for long periods. Doesn't tell me what it looks like. So maybe I have to look up. Wait. Can I click on resurrection? No. No. What about if I search for necromancer? Huh. Wonder what it looks like then. Nephrocrant. It says that if it were moved, they would crumble. So I have a bit of an idea. This is a hand with a ring on it. Yeah, that's definitely a hand. But what's the symbol on it? Both. I'm gonna try this one. Oh, I was right. The item here is the ring, a wearable item. It is attached to a hand's covered praxis. The spiral design of the item is a representation of the symbol for rebirth, or resurrection. The dread vivant is what we've discovered in our book. Please do pay us a visit. We have some items that we're confident will be of interest to you. Okay. The twinnings. Artisans of wood, iron, and clay. To Market Avenue, Undermeal. Alright, to Market Avenue. This is Market Avenue. Well, which section of Market Avenue? To Market Avenue. Market Avenue. 2 is all the way up here. That's my store. So, this is Market Avenue. Oh, the twinnings. At least it's marked. The man who dropped off his card introduces himself as the owner of the Twinnings. An unusual well, maybe it's the Twinings, I guess. An unusual sprawling series of grotto-like rooms filled with handcrafted carpentry, ironmongery, and pottery. He leads me past wooden chairs and strange iron contraptions to a room unlike the others. This room is filled with small trinkets, ornaments, and jars of various sizes, containing ominous-looking liquids and organic materials. I know it might not look like much, but there are some items of value among the junk here, says the man. Take your time and let me know if you find anything interesting. 2 hours later, I have indeed unearthed something very interesting that I'm keen to take back to the shop for further investigation. Oh, that's... Ooh. Kinda creepy, actually. I'm leaving the Twinings with my haul when a man shouts at me from across the street. As I look round annoyed, I notice to my horror that the man's eyes are as black as coal. He rushes me as I stumble backwards, fumbling with the strap of my satchel as I try to grab an item to stop him. Wixic cord. Despite the name, these simple-looking items do not produce a Wixic field. They belong to the diurnal branch. They cause a freezing effect in the body, earning them the nickname Medusa Stones. Unfortunately, this effect is not permanent. Wixic field, and that's courses. Wixic. Could it also be maybe a symbol? Paralysis, maybe. Anything with the symbol for paralysis. Hello. This item features many symbols of paralysis. It produces an octic field from the diurnal branch. I did not even check that. To my relief, the man goes rigid against almost immediately, and topples forward onto the cobblestones. I turn and run, wanting to put as much distance as possible between myself and that creature. When I finally come to my senses, I realize I should alert Dr. Robertson, but by the time I return to the Twinings, the man is nowhere to be seen. I think we'll finish this day and then end the recording. Something bad is about to happen. The ravens know it. My grandfather once taught me how to use a cassandra to see the paths ahead, but I saw what it did to him and vowed never to touch one again after he died. But the gnawing worry of what is coming has become too much for me. Cassandra. The eyes of a Cassandra focus the power of the mind, enabling those skilled enough to see the path or paths ahead. These items do not produce a mantic field, as one might expect, but rather the more mysterious Selenic field. Chaos should always be taken with any object of prophecy, and these are no different. Many have been seduced or driven mad by the paths sown to them and have been led to ruin. Okay, we want a Selenic field. So, let's look here. That's the wrong book, as per usual. Selenic. So it's... Okay. Eyes. It says it has eyes. This has eyes. That's a dionic field. That's not it. We need something with eyes. It's eyes. I don't think that's it though. Which one is that? I don't even really understand the fields. Well, that's definitely, I don't think it. Maybe gemstones, maybe? Eyes. Stone of sight. Dark green. Okay. I don't think that's it, actually. Those symbols. The symbol for heat. That's not it. Let's try this. Oh, that was it. The item features 2 malachite gemstones, stones of sight or eyes, and it produces a selenic field. We've discovered the weaving edge entry. And we finished that. There always seems to be something going on in Undermeal. The sooner I can get this sorted and be on my way, the better. My uncle gave me a ring, and I have had nothing but bad fortune ever since. I'm starting to think it might be cursed. Is there any way to uncourse it? Course. Okay. That would be it. Classic Purifier. There we go. That was easy enough. I've been researching ancient customs, particularly those relating to thaumaturgy, and I am fascinated by the use of objects in ritual ceremonies. If you were able to get your hands on a grist, I would very much be interested in studying it further. Grist. For the ritual of the broken path, a grist is heated slowly over flame to have full effect. It must be held in an ungloved hand until the ritual is complete, no matter how hard it gets. The rituals do not be performed by those who have not studied the Wixic art. It is common to suffer burns, but when done correctly, it should not be painful. Broken path. I don't even know where to look. I think I have to look up a walkthrough for this one. I'm stumped. Okay, so I looked it up, and apparently this is it. So, it has evidence of being burned at the bottom. And I probably want to figure it out based on the symbols. item has soot on its lower half, which suggests it's been held over flame, and it produces a Wixic field. Discover the Lima. There's been a basilisk sighting in the hills across the river from Backborough. I wouldn't say I'm a brave man, but I have a duty to protect my livestock and my village. Better me than a younger man with his life ahead of him. I've come to prepare my sword. Basilisk. Basilisk. Okay. A Cyrene ward. Oh no, that will not be it. Actually. Folium? The blade is drawn across the face of a folium 6 times during the ritual of the Hand of Brio. Drayo, huntsmen, and those wanting to prove themselves perform this ritual before seeking out the basilisk as a folium blade. It's the only known way to pierce its thick armor. Okay, that works. Hand of Brio. Folium. It'd have to be a stone item. Crisscross grooves. Chills my blood to hold it. Would it be this? Oh, yay! Grooves on the item suggest that a blade has been drawn across it. That was very vague. That was very, very, very vague. They've escaped! At first my patients grew agitated when I used the Guardian Siren, but then I had a breakthrough. Vivian Cartwright woke up. She seemed lucid, calm even. I made a stupid mistake and loosened the restraints. I don't know what happened, whether the siren stopped working or if it perhaps it never worked and she tricked me. But almost immediately she changed back and turned violent. Before I knew it, she advanced to free the others. We tried to stop them, but they fought their way out of the hospital. I had no idea where they were gone. Ooh, okay. Let's go ahead and end the day then. Almost imperceptibly, the Cascaban began to absorb the crepuscular power that had leached into the stone and the earth of its lightless tomb. I can definitely probably finish this game with one more recording. I am really looking forward to it. I've enjoyed playing it. This game is just a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. Oh, I may as well solve this puzzle then. Okay. That's it. So what do I do now? I'll have to finish figuring this out maybe next video. I hope that you are all still enjoying this series and that you also enjoyed my video yesterday on Strange Horticulture as well, since I'll be recording that game every week now too. I hope that you are still enjoying autumn. It has been a really beautiful autumn where I'm living at. And I'll see all of you in the next video. Bye!